here at work. Decided to hop on, chop it up with individuals, see what's going down in the town. The word on the curve, you heard me. It's another beautiful sunny day here in Southern California. It's a warm day, so not a hot day, so it's a warm day, so it's that nice, beautiful, clear sky type weather, that weather that people are always talking about in that killer cow. So it's lovely today. It's just lovely. Perfect to be, out and about and doing what to do. Set this up real quick. Decided to hop on, chop it up with individuals, see what's happening. Whoopsie. I did upload another video on my other channel, and I would recommend it, but people are in their feelings, so if those who want to go scope it out, but I do realize that it's a video that might get some people pennies in a bunch, and it's strange because it's a video that they're over here saying that I'm a hater about, but it's like, bro, I'm not even saying anything in that video, bro. It's that own individual's words, not mine, theirs. You know what I mean? Like this has nothing to do with hate or nothing like that, bro. Like, it's that own individual's very words. So, I mean, if people are saying that we're trying to make him look bad, it's like, well, if that's how you view that video, I mean, well, that's because it is bad, right? Because it's his own words. Not like it's somebody trying to stir it that way. It's his own very video. His own individual content. That was that oil up, dude. Nah, because then the USA will invade me. What's good, T? Then the USA would declare, war on me. So we can't do that. Yo, it's Mario. It's me. It's Mario. I subscribe. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, he wants to oil me up. Oh, bro, what do I do? Like professional wrestler? Hello. One love. Yeah, that was my Mario impression. It's me. It's Mario. And that was a dope movie. I ain't gonna lie. I want to go see that shit with my kids. They loved it. What are you doing? I'm on my lunch break, right here in my whip, decided to hop on, chop it up with individuals, see what's happening. So we just on our lunch break at work. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. What's cracking like in shit? What you getting yourself into, Mr. Pasa? Que se la buena vida? Where you from? I reside in Los Angeles, but I'm from the San Fernando Valley, city of North Hollywood. So obviously California is where we at in Los Angeles. That's where we at right now. I'm chilling at home. Just came home from the farmer's market on Lancaster Boulevard. That's right, my boy. Want to go get some groceries? Want to go stock up? You just got to sub, man. Keep it up. Hey, gracias. I appreciate that. Oh, what's cracking like in Derek? What you getting yourself into, my boy? Oh, you're in Houston? That's right. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to Texas. That Texas life. Because, Texas is cracking. Houston is just as cracking as Los Angeles, from what I heard. I was reading. Hold up. I was reading it's a wisdom book. That's right, my boy. You look so silly. Oh, thank you. It's the internet. We just come to goof around. The new version of Mario Bros. Movie. Yeah, better than the one from back in the days where they fucked that whole movie up. Shit had nothing to do with Mario. It's like, what the fuck were they thinking? Like, no mames. They fucking completely winged it. It's like somebody who like never ever played the Mario game ever. The fucking dinosaurs and from the future and I don't know what the fuck. It's like, damn, bro, that fool that wrote that script must have been high as a motherfucker. No lie. English or Spanish? Both. Random question, but what qualities do you value most in a doctor? That he knows what he's doing. That he knows what he's doing. We get lit using, but we are no. Yeah, I feel you, my boy. Y'all got a lot of shit, cracking over there, and a lot of good talent. There's a lot of good rappers that come from Texas. You know, even the face right now that I say, of all Mexican rap, not just in Texas when I'm talking about Texas, but I mean when it comes to raza, Latinos, Mexicanos, however you want to say it, when it comes to overall raza in general, the best rapper for raza comes from Texas, which is a Mexican OT. I know other people may feel different, and that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But I feel when it comes to literally just overall talent in itself, I think the Mexican OT is more talented than, any of these individuals. Right? Because even though people could question his, well, that's not really raza, or he's more like this or more like that. It don't matter because people have heard him rap in Spanish. People have heard him rap that gangster shit. And people hear him rap that country stuff and that hip hop stuff. The whole point is basically that he can adapt. So he can switch his flow up. While these individuals, although you may like their style, they can't switch up. That's why they remain pushed to the side. This individual could bring it whatever the crowd wants to hear, whatever mood they want to, bump to or whatever, he can adapt to it. These individuals can adapt to it. So therefore, if he's more adaptable, he has more skills then. That's how it works. You know what I mean? The fact that he could switch his style up already shows his talent. Basically, there's no limitation on this one. Be quiet, you talk like my brother. Well, shout out to your brother. If Watson wanted to make a career from acting in a movie, playing a tough guy, oh no, he would fit right. He'll fit perfect. He should chase that, as a matter of fact. Motherfucking acting is on point. Stop cussing. Why? It's the way I talk. Don't worry, whenever I go live, I always have it set so my lives are not made for kids, so you don't have to worry about kids hearing this. Now, if an adult is watching this and they have kids present, well, that's not my fault that the adult, has his kids present for that, right? I think Chicago is the only city that gets down as much as Los Angeles. You think so? Nah, you'll be surprised. Houston cracks. And New York, too. Can't forget about New York. New York cracks as well. Actually, a lot of these, big city areas are going to crack regardless, wherever you're at. Nothing happens in those big cities that don't happen in LA, right? Party scene, drug scene, prostitution, gangs, murder, crime, high life, opportunities, all that exists in all of the hubs of these cities. Bowser was human and became a dinosaur at the end. Yeah, that shit was fucking goofy. That was that Houston is soft. No mames. Why don't you like Houston, my boy? Yeah, that's true. Obviously, it's going to crack more in Los Angeles. Here's one of the reasons why it cracks more in Los Angeles than anywhere else. Because if you look at the population of Los Angeles and California in general, right? But just the insane number of Los Angeles County. If you look at how many people reside in LA County that they just know of, those are the people that they just know of. So not even counting the ones that they don't even know about, right? It is far larger than anywhere else in the United States, bro. No other place comes even close to the amount of people there is in LA County, bro. We're talking about hundreds of millions of people, bro. More than the next city's population. So obviously, the more people that there is, the more chaos you're gonna have. That's just the way it is. The more chances of chaos happening is gonna be a lot higher if it's more populated than another area. So, you know, numbers do play factors. You know, that's why when they even say like, why do you hear more about LA, Southern Cali than Northern Cali? Well, Southern Cali is more populated than Northern California, and by a lot. It's not even close, bro. The numbers aren't even close. How do I know these numbers? Because I have done my research on this when I had did a video talking about this very subject, right? And I was actually blown away of how much more people there is in LA County than there is anywhere else. I expected the number to maybe be like a little bit bigger, right? Maybe like 1 mil more, or maybe 2, 4. The most I was picturing is maybe like 6 at the max, right? That's like the max. But no, it actually turned out to be like 30 to 40 million more. I'm just like, holy fuck, I wasn't even close. I don't know why I just, pictured it to be a lot more closer than what it actually was. I was blown away. And that's just the ones that they know of. So imagine like, adding up everybody else that they don't know of. Fuck. That's just crazy. And I believe it because residing here, right? Anytime you want to drive to go anywhere, the amount of people that you see in the fucking streets. Here's the thing. It's one of the trip. Like when I see documentaries or I see like specials when they're talking about like other areas, like other cities and towns in the United States, right? And they show the areas. It's like 10 o'clock at night, right? And the streets are empty, bro. Like you don't see nobody and nothing like that, bro. Down here in LA, anytime, bro. It could be 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 1. Any time of the day, the streets are packed full of people walking, driving. You never get no privacy around this bitch, bro. There's always a gang of people in the fucking streets. Why that is, I have no idea. But there is. You'll be seeing all kinds of people, bro, just like walking, riding scooters, bikes. It's like 2 a.m., bro. Like, where the fuck is everybody going, bro? Shit is crazy. And in other areas they show it, and it's like they show the street and it's like completely dead. I'm like, damn, where the fuck is that at? Because you never see that shit around here. It's crazy. Which is even stranger when something happens and nobody sees anything. That's why they gotta go to video cameras. $19.95. Basic and women are the most beautiful. Well, to everybody's preference, right? Because I understand that people out there have their, preference of type that they like, right? So, I could see it from your point of view, right? But other people, might say differently. So, it's a matter of opinion, I guess. My wife is Mexican, so I have to agree, right? But that's just me. Killing brothers and sisters in Chicago, lame. That's most of Chicago. But that's anywhere, bro. People talk about the injustice that happens to, our people, right? Like when people say the attack that Caucasians or Anglo-Saxons do to the raza or to blacks, right? Or vice versa, raza to blacks or blacks to raza, right? And, everybody, worked up about, the mistreatment, that these groups, apply to our groups. But if you look at it overall, our own people be killing our own people, more than any other group out there. And that's not just like, let's say, raza or blacks or whites, but that goes for every ethnicity out there. Like if you go to, China, it's Chinese killing Chinese. Or you go to Japan, it's Japanese killing Japanese. Or if you go to Korea, Koreans killing Koreans, You go to certain areas, blacks killing blacks. You go to certain areas, Mexicans killing Mexicans. But it's always our own killing our own more than any other group out there. And that's just the facts of things. And it's not even close. Right? It's almost like people are mad at the fact that only we can kill our own and no others can kill us, right? When overall you should be, appalled, anybody taking another person's life in general, right? But people always want to play those games, right? Saying like, oh, like these people are against us. Like, really? When we can say then are Mexicans against Mexicans because Mexicans kill more Mexicans than any other group. So does that mean, like we're the most racist towards our own? Because you have a lot of white people out there in rallies and they say a lot of bad shit about the raza and that are racist. But in overall, Mexicans are the ones killing, and I think killing is worse than insulting, right? So, I mean, if we really want to look at it, I mean, it's our own that be creating the most heinous crimes towards our people. And that's not me trying to divert the things. I'm just speaking the facts of things, though. Houston is, I mean, music, yeah, but it doesn't make Houston here. Oh no, well they have. See, that's the thing though. Houston has a lot of gangs too, though. A gang of gangs. I mean, like a lot. Once I start covering Texas, people will probably see what I'm talking about. Once I, get to that, side of town, they'll be, because I was actually surprised the amount that there was, right? I was just like, oh shit. And people can say that that's not true because there's pictures, there's police reports, right? So there's actual facts of things of people doing stuff that I'm just like I knew. Well, obviously I knew that there was going to be gangs, right? I just didn't think there was going to be the amount that there is, right? It's like fuck. It's almost like California, bro. When we're talking about sets, right? They may not be as large because obviously LA is more populated, but nonetheless, though, right? I mean, just to be honest, because civilians are dangerous in general, bro. Anybody could take your life. It doesn't even take a gang member, bro. You break into somebody's residence, bro, and if they're armed, bro, they can smoke you, and they have smoked individuals. You know what I mean? If they fear for their life and they're carrying a firearm, then they, legally could take your life, bro. Well, depending how the scenario is too, because if you're a gun owner, then you know that you just can't shoot somebody. Like how individuals think, like, well, I have a gun license, so that gives me the right to, shoot and kill somebody whenever I want. Like, no. That's not what it is either. Like, I don't know how the fuck you got that license, bro. Because you just can't shoot somebody how you think you could. Some of these people and the scenario that they throw out there, I'm just like, bro, you'll still get arrested for murder like that, bro. What are you talking about? Like, no, because I'll have my gun registered. Like, yeah, but still, that doesn't mean that you can shoot and kill that motherfucker like how you think you can. You just hop in your whip and you just go track him down. What the fuck kind of shit is that? You goofball. Like, so you're telling me he broke into your home, you shot him, and he fell to the ground. He was not armed, and he was on the ground, and you still stood over him and shot him 7 more times? You're going to jail, my boy, for murder. You goofball. What kind of shit is that? And people think that this shit is legit, bro. Oh, no, I fear for my life. Because someone that feared for their life would stand over the individual and shoot him point blank 7 more times. Yeah, it makes total sense, my guy. Someone that feared for their life definitely would do that. They think that the detectives are going to wonder this shit, bro. It's like, bro, how the fuck did you get that license? That's what I want to know. The Ninja Turtles, and even so. Oh yeah, I feel you. They only use guns for hunting or. I'm feeling good, my boy. How about yourself? Don't come to Houston, Texas. It's not safe. Well, I don't know about all that, but it's not safe. Look, I always tell people, like, even when they say about, visiting California or Los Angeles, it's not safe here if you're looking to dabble in the underworld, if you're looking to dabble in the criminal activities, in the gangster lifestyle, right? If you're looking to bring that gangster lifestyle and that gangster mental and stuff like that to Los Angeles, then yes, it's definitely dangerous for you. There's certain areas you can't go to, or you could get smoked. But if you're just some civilian that's like coming from a different country to come visit California and Los Angeles, then you're free to do whatever you want. Los Angeles is beautiful. There's all kinds of places you could go to. You don't have to worry about nothing because you're not gang affiliated. These individuals only target those who are like them. Because they get nothing targeting random people, bro. Because then that's gonna bring heat to the block and unnecessary heat, right? Because the hood gets nothing out of that, right? Like out of all the enemies that you need to go get payback for, you're gonna go mess with these people that have nothing to do with nothing. What kind of shit is that? Homies are gonna see us some type of way. Like, bro, if you're gonna bring some heat, bro, bring some heat that at least is worthy of, not some shit that has nothing to do with us. You know what I mean? Just because you felt like being tough by picking on people that have nothing to do with their life and were scared for their damn lives. That's not fucking gangster. Go roll up on the opposition, bro. On the real motherfuckers out there that are looking to harm us. Fuck you worried about these people for? You know what I'm saying? And that's just the honest facts of things. I know the news wants to spin it the other way, but that's only because they want to make these individuals look worse than what they already are. You don't have to lie. I mean, telling the truth, they're seen as bad people in general, right? But bro, they ain't fucking plotting on regular folks. Then they get nothing out of that. Like, bro, you're gonna risk, this and the neighborhood weapons and all that for people that have nothing to do with nothing when these motherfuckers shot us, the other day? Come on now. Then homie gonna think that you're a weenie, bro, because you don't want to get at these fools that are actually about the business. You want to go pick on people that are scared for their lives, because you ain't about it. Because if not, you'll go mess with real motherfuckers. It's facts over feelings. You would vote for a purge to be legal? No, I wouldn't vote for a purge to be legal. I think that would be the most reckless thing, anybody could try to do. People don't take gangbanging like they do seriously. What do you mean by that? Like, how so, though? Like, what exactly do you mean by they don't take it as serious like they do in California, though? The more populated the area, the more money and expenses, the cost of living. Yeah, facts. There's the place to be at. And if it's the place to be at, then it's the place to be at. Look at DK, SPM. But here's the thing, though, bro. People like DK and SPM exist here in Southern California in the gangster realm. There's homies, well, not homies, but there's been individuals that have been chomos and lames and all that, just like DK and SPM, that exist in these barrios. The thing is that they're not celebrity or whatever, right? So people don't hear about him, right? But if you were to ever be locked up, then you would know, because you would see when fools rolled it up and the paperwork's being exchanged and why individuals are in for what they're in for, and then you would get a different, you would have a different perspective of how you see this shit, because it's not just in Texas or anywhere else that exists. It exists throughout anywhere, through all walks of life that you have these type of individuals, like SPM or DK. They exist everywhere, even down here. Like, we're not immune to those kind of individuals. But like I said, it's just that they're not celebrities, so people don't hear about that kind of shit. The Mexican OT even said there ain't no gang banging in Texas. Really? Police reports say otherwise. I'm Native American and Alaskan live. Órale. Which population people color are larger when it comes to Mexican, blacks, Asians in the world? Or what do you mean? You are so dumb. Thank you. These are just my opinions, my boy. You don't need to get worked up over them. Even my homies who gamers can see watching stuff. I know a lot of people could. Bro, you ever tried open eyes and wasting it's kind of native people in Texas don't say we say shit load. Well, yeah, people in different places are gonna have their own lingos. You know, I guess so. Okay, you say. Have you ever tried to put your mouth? Where do you guys come up with this stuff? Um, how do you know you're not even from? I never experienced gangbanging like I did in the Central Valley. Central Valley are dangerous. Like Central Valley, I don't know. I never been to the Central Valley. Is Tango Blast the one of the most largest Latino gangs? No, but there's other gangs, not just Tango Blast. Like there's other gangs that exist there, you know. But I think maybe because of the what's it called, the Gangland documentary, the reason why people, you know, reference that gang the most, right? But there's like a, you know, bunch of other gangs that exist that are street gangs, you know, not just like the Aztecas or, you know, Tango Blast, but there's like, or the Tri City Bombers, but there's like other sets that exist, you know, throughout there, you know. You know, the Fatherless and the, you know, um what is it, the Meadows and the Pistoleros and the what were the what but watch, you guys will see once I start covering those areas and those groups and stuff like that, people will see what I'm talking about, you know, because I've been in contact with these individuals and talking behind the scene and getting it all together. So it just takes time, you feel me? So, but when people, once I start releasing the videos, people will see what I'm talking about, though. Now you can kill people dead if they break into your house. No, actually, if you look into, that's actually what I thought too. That's essentially what I thought at first as well. But then when you actually now you read it, right, and go through it, you will see that that's actually not the case. To my surprise, I was surprised as well, right? Because I honestly thought the latter as well, right? But then I was like, oh shit, okay, why didn't I know this, right? You know, um, it's a trip. There's a lot of things that, you know, I learned as I go studying, you know, law, right? Like for example, one of the things, you know, that people aren't aware of, right? Like if you get pulled over and stuff like that, without a search warrant, the law enforcement aren't allowed to go through your phone, even though they do, though, because I know from experience that they still do regardless, right? But by law, they're not allowed to go through your phone without a search warrant. As a matter of fact, let's say they raid a house, right? They have a search warrant, right? For certain, the search warrant is specific to what they're looking for, you know, in the house, meaning that they can't search no other room. They can only search the place that the search warrant says, right? So now let's say the cops search, you know, a home, right? And, you know, to look for a certain thing, right? And it's in this room, right? And let's say one of the cops, you know, happens to wander around the house and opens the door to a different room, right? And he finds guns and drugs and all that shit. They won't be able to use that shit in court. Even though they found it, they won't be able to use it in court because they obtained that evidence illegally because they weren't supposed to search that room. They were only supposed to search this area. So the fact that they found all of this shit here, they won't be able to use that in court because they obtained that shit illegally, and all that shit will get thrown out. Even though, bro, that's the evidence. Yeah, but you fucking got it illegally, stupid. If you would have seen it, kept your mouth shut, and then actually now go to, and get the search warrant to search that room and get it, then it would have been cool. But the fact that you didn't, stupid, now all of this shit flies out the window. And people will be like, well, that's stupid. Well, that makes the cops' job harder. But, bro, that's the law, though. Right? That's crazy, bro. There's some shit, and people will be like, man, that shit don't make sense. Then go vote. You know what I mean? But that's the law, though. There's a lot of things that you'll find out that's a trip, bro. Well, you don't find out. Your lawyer finds out, but then, they put you up on game and you're just like, oh, shit. And then it actually works in court and you're like, oh, damn, what the fuck? That's cool, dang, gracias. Thank you. I'm gonna invite you over for Christmas dinner now. You are now considered a family friend for the rest of our lives. Everything has to be, even if you have something hidden in the wall, the search warrant has to say which wall specifically. If not, if they find shit in another wall, even if they found it, it won't count. They won't be able to use it in court. It has to be the specific that is said in the search warrant, bro. I know Los Angeles and California laws don't really make any sense, but that's the law, bro. You know what I mean? So those are fun facts, right? There's a lot of things. If you actually study your California laws, you would actually be fucking surprised, mind blown. If you're a civilian, you would probably be upset. No lie. People that are civilians will probably be upset at a lot of these, I guess you can call loopholes, right? But that's our law, though. That's why it's important. If you see that this shit is wrong and it shouldn't be that way, then go take your ass and fucking vote then. And make a difference. Or try to make a difference. Bitching about it is not going to change shit. You know what I mean? And I bet you if a lot of these individuals knew their fucking rights, they would get away with a lot more shit than they actually do. Right? Just however you want to take it, but that's just crazy. But overall, ladies and gentlemen, my lunch is over. We got to get back to it. It was good chopping it up with you guys, and we out.